أبو زعبل.
There's a curfew in many parts of Indian-administered Kashmir after a day of clashes between protesters and security forces. These were scenes in the city of Srinagar on Tuesday. Locals defied an existing curfew to protest against firing by security forces on stone-pelting mobs on Monday. 4 people, including a teenager, were killed in that incident. The curfew has now been extended to other towns. Right now, Sri Lanka's parliament is debating constitutional changes to give the president, Mahinda Rajapaksa, more power. Thousands of Sri Lankans are gathering to protest the proposal, repeating similar demonstrations on Tuesday. The government needs a 2/3 majority to approve the change, which would allow the president unlimited terms in office. Rajapaksa is due to officially start his 2nd term, his last according to the current law, in November. For more on this, we're joined by Suren Aljazeera. He's a senior member of the British Tamil Forum, and he joins me now live from London. How do you think the vote is going to go?
Well, I'm sure he's going to win. However, when he came to power, President Rajapaksa, when he came to power back in 2004, I believe, his manifesto claimed through Mahinda Chintanaya, that means Mahinda's thoughts, that he will demolish the executive presidency. However, he hasn't. He told the international community and the Sri Lankan people that he couldn't maintain democratic institutions because he was fighting terrorism during the first term, and the war has been finished since 18 months ago, back in May last year. Nothing has changed, and if at all of the democratic rights of the people have been demolished. Back in January this year, when he stood for elections again, he didn't ask the people whether he could extend his term beyond the 2 terms that he's allowed through the current existing constitution. Now, without the preference of the people, he is going to extend his term beyond the 2 terms. He's also taking all the powers, all of the democratic rights of the people, which was there through the Constitution Amendment 17, 17th Amendment it's called, that will protect the democratic rights to say that the police, the judiciary, the High Court judges, the Human Rights Council, most importantly the Electoral Commission and the Electoral Commissioner, to be appointed through consensus. Now, through this 18th Amendment, he's actually going to have all the powers himself, so that he can actually rig the elections in forthcoming elections. So he's basically taking power for himself forever.
This sort of excuse is often used by would-be dictators or soon-to-be dictators, isn't it? That they've got to rebuild the country, that they need more time to do it, and they're the person to do it and remove all potential opposition.
Jane, you nailed it. That was the nail on the final coffin, basically. He is becoming, and he has been, a dictator. Now he is taking the democratic way, or the so-called democratic way, to become a dictator and bring an autocratic system.
And it's not what the country needs now, is it? After all those decades of civil war, this is not what the country needs right now, is it? After decades of civil war.
Not at all, because
reconciliation is the thing.
Exactly. People, both Tamils and Sinhalese, were looking for peace dividends. The economy is going to the ruins. The European Union suspended GSP Plus on the 15th of August because the 17th Amendment wasn't implemented fully. Now he's removing the 17th Amendment through by introducing an 18th Amendment and taking all the powers to himself. So it's basically a dictatorial system. He's becoming a dictator, and the Sri Lankan Parliament has become a puppet show, basically.
Okay, Surendran, good to have you talking to us. All the sports news is still to come in the news hour. Sana will be here with the latest from the US Open as Rafael Nadal aims for a place in the final 8.